ladies and gentlemen. Leonetti!
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Every time I hear that applause, I love it. Well, next week, when you see this, I'll be on a plane back to Atlantic City. So I really feel terrific. We got a great show lined up. It's funny, a couple days ago, my buddy Sal Santiago and we went to a club, and I'm sitting at the bar, and he takes out a flask, and he had some Geritol, to give him, a shot of Geritol, because he's at that age now. He's got to build his memento up. So I'm sitting at the bar, and a girl came up to me, and she looked at me, and she said, "Would you like to dance?" And I looked at her and I said, "I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, don't ask me. I won't dance, merci beaucoup. Shabba-dabba-doo-dee-yow." She looked at me, she thought I was crazy, and she walked away. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss this show. It's fantastic. Sit down, don't you move.
Vegas is calling. Ready for an unforgettable night packed with networking, wine, and excitement? Don't miss a moment. This isn't just another seminar. It's your scene, your chance to connect with bold minds and elevate your game. Join the ribbon-cutting ceremony and feel the electrifying energy. It's where innovation meets inspiration. Don't get left out. Raffles, surprises, and unforgettable moments await. Bring your phone for the QR code experience. Are you in? Visit eventbrite.com, search gowithmelissa.com, and grab tickets now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Michael Leonetti Show with the beautiful Melissa Spence, melissa.com. Boy, we got a great show that we got lined up today. And then, believe it or not, by you guys getting this, I'm going my way to Atlantic City. I'm going on vacation. We're going to take a little pause for a few weeks. And when I go back, I'm going to be shooting the places where I lived at and the friends that I haven't seen in 50 years. And my brother's going to have his work cut out for him. And then we're going to come back in about 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back on the air.
Away.
But you'll always have a show lined up so you can take a peek of what's going on. We got a great show. I want to, first of all, thank my sponsors, Mr. Bob Kellogg. Bob, there's no way to say thank you because, you're not only my best friend in the whole wide world, you're the best. And I know that you haven't been feeling well from time to time because you want to go traveling around the world, sucking on coconuts all over the world, and you're going to get sick, and we don't want that to happen. And I'm very excited about that. Also, let's not forget that on November 8th I will be in concert at the
St. George Theater.
Cathedral. It's $125 per person. I'm doing all the cooking. It's going to be magnificent. It's the guys in the band. It's Monique. It's Sal Santiago, and naturally twice as nice or 3 times as nice, whatever they call themselves. Great. They're going to do a Motown act, which is going to be magnificent. And we're almost sold out, believe it or not. Believe it or not, we only got about 36 tickets left out of 150 that we have on the docket. So I'm very excited about that. And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, my book. It's called Deceit, Corruption, and Cover-Up. It is nationwide. It's all over the world. My suggestions is called Book Babies. You get it in a matter of a week. Amazon, they make you wait 2-3 weeks for the book, and it's something that you don't want to miss. And my publicist is Miss Candy Crusoe, who I love with all my heart, who's doing a magnificent job putting this out all over. And thank you, Candy. I love you very, very much. So we always say don't forget to subscribe,
share, and
to share.
subscribe.
I say that all the time because it helps build the channel. People say, Mike, you give me the show anyway. Why do I got to do it? But I'm asking you to like, share, subscribe, and don't say nothing. Make sure you say something nice or I'll put you in the hall of shame because we already got one person that's in the queue on that. You look very lovely today.
Thank you.
I mean, very, very beautiful. I feel like I'm in Africa, ready going for a safari hunt.
Yes, it's summertime. It's nice and hot.
That's a beautiful dress. Who makes that?
Yes, this is a Sandra Folk Couture original.
Is that an original Sandra Folk Couture?
Yes.
Rick, can we see a little spot of that? That's a lovely dress. That really looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm sure we're going to take a nice look at that dress. And that's from Sandra Folk Couture, right?
Yes.
That's great. Well, we have a great show today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very excited because we have two special guests. I mean, two very special, powerful people that make a difference in Las Vegas, Nevada.
People straight from God.
And our guests today are...
Yes, we have Robert that's sitting right here, Robert Banghart, and we have David Flippo.
Okay, David.
He's on the screen.
He's on the screen. Do we got David Flippo? There's that handsome son of a gun. Hi, Dave. What's going on, buddy? Can you hear us?
Clear.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. We got it. This
There
is
we go.
technology. This is the. Are we coming through?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. The smoke signals are working.
Right. Well, I want to thank you, gentlemen, for coming on the show today. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because for a couple segments, we're going to, we got we're going to put you and actually Mr. Flippo. Mr. Flippo, first of all, it was a pleasure meeting you at the Republican caucus that time. I enjoyed my stay there. And when Melissa told me about you, I was very, very excited. So why don't you tell everybody what you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So, actually, I want this to be about Robert and Shine a Light, but I am running for Congress, Congressional District 4, which is the north area and a lot of the rurals. But I do a lot of volunteering, not as much as Robert and a lot of the guys out at Shine a Light, and they are making an impact on this city. And I'm just excited to be able to support them and do what I can. I'm glad that you got Robert on the show. His story is amazing, and the things that they do out there are unlike any of the government organizations that are funded with a lot more money. So I'm looking forward to what Robert has to say, how we can support Shine a Light, and that's what I want to talk about today.
Shine a light. So, I'm glad that you said that. So, Robert, thank you so much.
Of course, thanks for having me.
For coming in. You do some unbelievable stuff. The way I did, it's like an institution, because you go into the tunnels.
Yes.
Now, for the people that don't know about that in Las Vegas, a lot of people don't know that there's a city under the city, and the people that are under there are kind of society kind of looked away from. But yet you make a change. The way I made a change in prison, writing those plays and taking those men that were the worst of society and bringing them to God. Tell everybody what you do.
Sure. So I'm the VP of Community Integration for the Shine a Light Foundation. We're a local nonprofit, and essentially we're a two-part foundation. The first part is the outreach. We're into the community, into the tunnels, the encampments, the washes, building relationships, getting to know them, right? Getting to understand why they ended up there, what their roadblocks are, and sharing our experience too, right? Building a rapport of authenticity, so that when the day comes and they're ready for help, they understand that we're there, right? They trust us. And the second part is when they're willing to accept help. We have a program called IPATH, which is Instant Placement with Access to Treatment and Housing. So we deal primarily with substance use disorder, which is the majority, and homelessness. So it's going to start with detox, treatment with housing, sober living, and then with our continuity case management, which is the unbroken chain of case management. So essentially, anytime you're trying to help anybody in crisis, it's re-entry, whether it be prison, homelessness, all the different crises, it's re-entry. And in those spaces, they need support. They need long-term support, not just 2 months, 3 months, this. They need to have somebody with lived experience that's been there that can walk them through that process. And the safety net in Clark County is very confusing. It doesn't work together sometimes, a lot of times. What we've done is become the bridge miners. So everybody that we work with was already here when we got here. We didn't create a new building, we didn't create a new treatment center. We took what was here and made it work together to create honest pathways for people to get from crisis into independently housed.
So that's where David Flippo comes in,
Correct.
of his
Yeah.
ingenuity and stuff that he wants to do. And I think that's great.
We need to help organizations like Shine a Light. They're out there on a shoestring budget compared to a lot of the government agencies. And Robert, there's so much to share about Robert, but he was homeless for quite a few years. He lived in the tunnels. He knows what those people are going through, and that's why his program works, because of the relationships. Like he said, they build relationships. When we go out, they know their names. We know their dogs' names. We want to help them, but what's really successful is when it's their idea to come off the street, and when they've had enough. They're very successful getting through the whole program.
Well, as you well know, people are easy to judge.
Of course.
You know what I'm trying to say to you?
Because it's
and
easy.
my mother used to say something to me, everybody's a teacher till trouble hits your door, and then you become a pupil.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. You know what I mean? People see what they want to see, and they judge what they want to judge.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sure that you have a spiritual heart. You know what I mean? Because it takes a spiritual heart, like people like Mr. Flippo, myself, people like you, that walked the valley of fire, the valley of death. People can never understand what we went through, never in a million years, what our eyes have seen.
Yeah.
So people make a change. That's what this television show is about, to bring people like Mr. Flippo, yourself, to come in to tell. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to sit back. We're going to come back with one more segment, and then we're going to come back with these two fine gentlemen. So don't you move, because we got a lot that we want to say. Hold on, don't move.
WeLink Internet, home of the super fast fiber optic speeds. Are you paying too much for your internet? Is your service slow? Is your bill outrageous and keep going up? Well, look no further. WeLink Internet has you covered. Not only do we have super fast speeds, unbelievable customer service, but our price is usually a lot lower than anyone else. Give me a call to see if your home is available, and I will give you 30 days free to try out our service with free installation, and all the equipment will be included with no rental fees. Give me a call now to get you set up with WeLink Internet.
We're back, everybody. Dave, are you still out there?
We here.
Good.
There you go.
I missed your handsome face. I want to make sure I can see. You wanted to say something. You were down there with him, weren't you?
Yes, actually, with the both of these gentlemen, I was down there, and what I do want to just applaud you both with very much is the courage that you have every day to help those souls that just feel like there's nothing for them. It's beautiful that you're able to do what you're doing, and the way I was actually able to see someone change or want to that day, which was a miracle. Someone said, yes, I want to change my life, and to see that was beautiful, and the process of how that worked. And I also seen the woman who said yes, but then literally at the door decided no, that she couldn't do it. And so David Flippo was there with me and explained so much of the bad sides and the good sides of what you have to deal with through government reasonings. And what I thought was beautiful is how you take a person, a soul, and don't just stand with them, just, okay, yep, you're in a door and that's it. No, you carry them on for 18 months and really see, to make sure that that person, that soul, is going to get back to reality. And so thank you to the both of you for doing that.
Thank you.
Well, I commend you. We're going to do that. And we're back with Mr. because we're going back and forth. I know that, Dave, that you are a busy man. You're out there campaigning. You're out there moving. You're shaking. You're sneezing and greasing, doing all kinds of stuff. And I personally want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on to this humble show. You know what I mean? And like I said, we're going to take a little hiatus for 2-3 weeks because I'm on vacation. I got so much money, I got to spend it. I got to spend that money I got. It's got to go somewhere. And he's going to say, well, you could donate to us, guys. You could throw a couple thousand our way. My brother's waiting around for a free sandwich because he's always looking for something to eat. And I don't
want to take away from Robert's time. I want him to talk about a lot of the things. I mean, there's so many stories. I only go out a fraction of what they do. But what Melissa and I experienced, it was a little bit disheartening because this lady, she was an elderly lady. She wanted to come off the street, and Melissa and I took her to the facility there. But because of government, bureaucracy and stuff, they had beds, but they didn't have Medicaid beds, and so there's a limited number, and so they weren't going to accept her into the. She wants to come off the street, but yet there's a roadblock, and the Shine a Light. I mean, it just took a few, well, maybe more than a few minutes, but it took some time. But they got on the phone, and they made it work for that lady. I don't think any other organization would have done that, and it was just really heartening to see what they did and how they made that lady feel special and got her into the facility that was basically saying, sorry, we can't help you.
It definitely went that way because I seen her for 1 second. They're like, oh, sorry. And then David gets on the phone 1 second, calls up, Shine a Light and the main office. And all of a sudden, wait, something's happening. There's going to be a change. And we were able to help her. So I was like, wow, you know what? You really know what you're doing.
Well, that's good that you're doing the reform. That's what it really takes. Because as you all know, you come out of prison, there's no reform. There's no reform inside.
No.
There's no help that you get. And people in themselves feel as though it's over for me. You know what I mean? That's why God touches certain people to do certain things. You okay? Because there's leaders and there's followers. Guys like me and you, Mr. Flippo, we are leaders. We're not followers. I'm one of them guys. I'm a bull. You get in my way, I'm going to knock you down. We're going to talk about what is right. And that's when you have the Spirit of God in your heart. Nothing could ever stop you, because when God's in your corner, nobody can touch you, son. Try to take it from a guy that had a kingdom, lost it all, and got it back. And that's through the grace of God. Let me thank Mr. Flippo. I know he wants to go have breakfast or something. I know you want to go golfing or something. You got to, Mr. F. Thank you so much for being so nice. I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna dedicate the rest of the segment to this fine gentleman. He looks like Chuck Liddell. He didn't even, or Brad Pitt. I don't know. He looks one of those two guys. So anyway, thank you so much for coming. Right?
Yes.
And I hope that you come back on the show again. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next political one of those events that we go to. So thank you, Mr.
Hey, thanks, Mike. And
My-
I'm so glad you have Robert on, because Robert's got some amazing stories and accomplishments and the way they do things at Shine a Light. So
Well,
thank you.
we're going to hear it, and I hope that my viewers, because I'm sure they can donate. Am I right? There's a website that they can do something to help people out. Thank you, Mr. Flippo. You are the best.
Thanks, Dave.
Hi.
Thank you. He's out there. He's golfing. I know where he's going. I know where he's going. He's going to hit the links.
He's always so busy, that man. I tell you that.
God bless him.
Yeah, amen.
God
He's
bless
always
him.
behind the scenes trying to help out where it's needed, and it's those people that need that recognition that don't get it. But
Now, you went to prison.
I did.
What was what did you see that made you make the change to come out and continue to do what you're doing? The reason why I say that to you was what I did in the institution, the place. When I came out, I tried every place. Nobody wanted to do it. Nobody wanted to do it.
Yeah.
I wanted to continue that God's work. But just like, as you can see, when they send Jonah to Nineveh, I don't know if you think about the Bible, he says, go to Nineveh, tell them guys to straighten their act out, or I'm going to wipe out Nineveh. Okay, this is a story in the Bible. You never heard anything after that. But God used me the way he used you. So what made you make the change to come out and do what you're doing?
Well, I went to prison really young. I was certified as an adult at 17, so I got out at 20, and I didn't get sober until I was 42. So it took me a long time. At the end of my homelessness, I had been homeless for about 5 years. It was tail end of my addiction, and living in a tunnel for the last 2.5 years of it. I was attacked. I was attacked by 3 other guys that I was homeless with, with a knife, a pipe, and a hatchet, and they killed me. And they dragged me onto the train tracks nearby and left me for dead. And for me, it's how, the first time that I realized God was working in my life, there was a security guard that was working at one of the businesses nearby. And these 4 businesses were against the tracks. If you didn't live there, they're not even there anymore. I'm not even sure if they were legal. He happened to be working. I had no idea he was there. He called the EMTs and all that. They came, pulled me off the tracks. I'm dead. They revive me. I wake up. The train's coming. I've got a knife sticking out of my leg. My skull's cracked a couple times. My jaw's broken. I still think I'm fighting for my life, and I think they gave me morphine or something. I died again. I woke up in the hospital 3 days later. I woke up on life support, and when I woke up in the hospital, this nurse was yelling at me. She was trying to calm me down because I still thought I was fighting for my life, and then I think she pressed the button again. I think they gave me morphine or something to calm me down, and I felt a hand touch my forehead, and I heard the words "calm down." Then I felt the overwhelming presence of what I choose to call my God in that room.
Amen.
And then from there, while I was in that hospital, I got transitioned to a physical therapy hospital to learn how to walk and talk. I had swelling of the brain. They couldn't wire my jaw shut because of the swelling of the brain. And then our director showed up. I had known him in a past life when we were both kind of running and gunning. And he had started Shine with another friend of ours, Jeff Iverson. They came to my bed. My mom had reached out to them, and he just offered me the next step. And I said, okay. And that was it. Like, it wasn't some like monumental moment where like I'm going to go get sober and I'm going to achieve all these goals. For me in the moment, it was just, if I go back to what I was doing, I'm going to die. Like, there was no doubt in my mind. So I said, okay. And I've just been saying okay ever since.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. And I commend you for that. And I really mean that with all sincerity, because it's like I say, guys like you and I, what we go through, people can never understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I truly believe, and I said this so many times on this show, and I'm 73 years old, okay? And the Bible says, what the locusts have taken, I will restore. I'm 73, and I can still do 12 rounds on the gym. You know what I'm trying to say? God, what they took, God gave me the strength. There's guys my age can't walk up a flight of steps. They're out of breath.
Yeah.
I'm on my kayak every day. I'm on that beach. I'm out there sneezing and greasing, busting, working hard. And that's what it's all about. And that's why God made people like us survive.
Yeah.
To say, I saved you, now what are you going to do for me?
What would you say would be the best change that's needed for the people in the tunnels, knowing the experience that you have? What would you say would be a perfect start?
So I always tell this story, right? Like we all have that local gas station that we go to, right? That one we go to on the way to work or whatever it is, we stop in. I have one, right? And there's a guy outside my gas station, and I've been talking to him for months and months, and he always asks me for money, and that's just not my thing. I don't
I
tell him.
want you to hold that thought. Don't you dare stay right where you're at, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to a commercial. We're going to come right back. You don't want to miss this story here, because that's the last segment. We're going to close with that show. So stay tuned. Don't you move. We're back, everybody. Go ahead, finish your story.
So for me personally, I don't hand out money, right? It's just not my thing. I don't tell anybody else what to do with. That's their business. But I always connect with them. I always make them feel seen and heard, right? And I tell them, come on inside, I'll buy you something. Well, finally, this last day, maybe a couple months ago, he says, okay, we go inside. And we had one of the most beautiful interactions I've had. It was like I was in there with my best pal. We were joking, busting chops, the whole 9 yards. Go to the register, and I'm a little sore because I've been laughing so hard with this guy. I pay for everything, I turn around, I hand him the bag, I go to finish the transaction, and I see him kind of drifting away. He gets to the door, and he starts yelling at all of us in the store. And he runs out of the store and he takes off. And the guy behind the register starts laughing. He goes, what'd you do that for? And I said, here's the truth, buddy. I said, I did it because it was the right thing to do, first and foremost. And I said, second of all, I don't want to live anywhere where our friends that are in crisis don't feel a part of, where having a positive interaction is so awkward to them that they don't even know how to respond. And that's essentially what we do at Shine, right? We build relationships through authenticity. And we're honest, we are who we say we are. If I tell you I'm coming to pick you up, I'm coming to pick you up. I'll tell you I'm going to take you to the hospital, I'll bring you back. I care about you. I want to connect with you. We want to close that gap. They live in our city, right? They're our people. They're no different than us. But that guilt and that shame and the judgment that you spoke about earlier separates them and allows that to happen, right? There's about 1,500 people that live underneath our city.
That's a lot of people. That's a
insane.
lot of souls.
It's a lot of human beings.
It's a lot of
sisters,
human
brothers,
beings.
That's why I
moms,
definitely
uncles.
appreciate you coming. You're going to be a speaker at my convention
I am.
on August 14th.
I am.
And so more people can find out about your what you're doing, and I'm really excited. You're going to be there as well.
Oh, how sad. You
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah, you're going to be my MC, which I'm really excited about. Yeah,
Really?
there's a lot of good speakers. Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very
Yeah.
excited. And I'm glad
Entertainers.
they had the opportunity for us to meet.
Me too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because for guys like us, who we went through to have, especially me, to have that, people would never believe I did all that time,
Right.
and to come out and to be joyful. Because when you got the Holy Spirit in your soul, this is how you act.
Right.
Do you understand? But I'm still a bear. Never poke that bear because it's very dangerous. Because guys like us, as good as we are, there's a certain level that we all have
Right.
in our life. But remember, God has warriors.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He has no chumps. People think, and I always wondered, if you ever see The Last Supper,
Yeah.
the
The
picture,
portrait, yeah.
you know, it's crazy because they depict guys my age. Those guys were in their 30s. The Last Supper. They were young guys. They were not old men like me. You know what I mean? Guys that with the beards and bald heads, and you know they were young. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
It was young. Jesus was 33. That was his posse. Those guys were in their 30s. They weren't in their 60s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when they depict that. So, and I say this to you from the bottom of my heart. I'd love you to come back again, because what we're going to do is we're going to shoot that 14th. And my brother, who is my brother, just came back from a wonderful vacation on a marvelous cruise that he wants to put up on. He had the worst time of his life. It's a shame. I gave him a $10,000 bonus, and it just went right out the window. You know what I'm trying to say to you? But he's happy with Royal Caribbean today.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, in heaven! Do you ever go on a cruise?
No.
You know, I did. Well, I got sick. Come on, Mike, let's go on a cruise. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen to me. We're going to take a little hiatus. I'm going to go back east. While you getting this, I'll be on a plane. I'm going back to Philadelphia, shoot my neighborhood when I was a kid. Guys that I went to school with that I haven't seen like in 60 years. You know, that's going to be that. But the next week's show will be this. You know, the following week, you know, while we're on vacation, my brother will do some magic, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being on the show today. I hope that you enjoyed yourself.
I did.
And somebody wants to donate, where do they have to go?
On our website, shinealightlv.com. There's
Shine a light.
Yep.
Shine a light.
Shine a light. Shine on, harvest moon. Oh my God, I dated myself with those songs. I commend you from the bottom of my heart for what
Thank
you're
you.
doing. Rick Manning, you are the best. I know Rick is going on a little vacation. He wants to go to Acapulco. He wants to suck on some coconuts and go out doing whatever the hell he's doing out there, eating mahi-mahi and poi-poi and all that Hawaiian stuff. And when you come back, Rick, you better bring me some macadamia nuts, because I happen to like macadamia nuts.
Do you?
I'm going to miss you. I
will
know
miss
you're
you
going
too.
on vacation.
Yes.
And I want you to have a good time. Thank you for Laura's birthday. Thank you for the birthday that you took me out. And what could I say, ladies and gentlemen? You've been great. And Mr. Kellogg, I love you. I can't wait to see you. And ladies and gentlemen, I say this all the time. If I had Aladdin's lamp and I had one wish to make, I would not wish for caviar or any special dish. I would not wish for dollars, yet in dollars I have few. I wish to come to my studio like this, with just wonderful people. And bring wonderful people like Robert.
And David.
And David.
Yes.
And
And Michael Leonetti.
And who else? And Melissa.com. And actually, my brother, he's out there. He's out there looking at his bank account. Thank you, everybody, for being so nice. We'll see you next week. Oh, I can't wait to go to Philadelphia.
See you next season.
Next season, yeah, that's it. We're going to do another thing. Just a few weeks we went off just to take a little vacation. We'll be back. Thanks, everybody, for being so nice.
Ciao, Mike Leonetti Variety Show fans. For everything Leonetti, go to the website MikeLeonettiVarietyShow.com. Looking to have your business or client as a guest on the show? See if you are qualified to become a brand partner on the Mike Leonetti Variety Show by going to the site today. That's MikeLeonettiVarietyShow.com. Don't forget to order his book, Deceit, Corruption Cover-Up. Ciao for now.